Sally Mann is a renowned American photographer well known for her adaptive use of her surroundings through black and white compositions. Born in Lexington, Virginia in May of 1951, Mann stays close to her roots by capturing the American South she grew up in as well as her immediate family. Since her first appearance at the Corcoran Gallery of Art in 1977, Mann has released numerous published books, exhibitions, and a few documentary films. Out of these works, her most notable include At 12, Immediate Family, Proud Flesh, and Hold Still. Her documentaries include What Remains and Blood Ties. Here, in some of her early work, we can see her develop an aesthetically evaluative style and find her footing with her now favorable black and white composition. In the photo on the left, a harsh contrast is created through different textures and colors. The soft, billowing white fabric lies delicately against the noisy rough stone wall, creating a pleasing contrast. The viewer can also start to see Mann dip into the explanatory, capturing the stern movement of the female's arm against the flowing movement of the garment. The erosion pattern on the stone is emphasized through the composition, provide an explanatory outlook on the years of weathering the stone has endured. Combined, they offer a non fictional social commentary on the contrast between the perceived delicacy of femininity and the harshness of masculinity. We can start to see a trend of aesthetically evaluative and explanatory photographs as shown in another one of her early photos here on the right. This photo is aesthetically evaluative, referencing the softness of femininity through the implied curvature of the image. The monochromatic gray composition creates a smooth blend between the soft textures of cloth and skin. The explanatory focus falls on the movement of the fabric, softly falling on top of itself until it is tightly pulled into a tuck at the bottom, creating cascading folds. This photo could also be her introduction to the theoretical, mocking the overdelicacy of woman as portrayed in photographs by media, emphasizing it to the utmost degree. In her second publication, At 12, she captures portraits of 12-year-old girls on the verge of adulthood, creating minor controversy by depicting the confusing emotions of adolescents and their developing identities as young women. The entire collection proves theoretical in challenging the glamorized image of women in photography, stripping it down to a black and white composition and capturing the world's reality while focusing on the women's strength rather than their delicacy. In this portrait image from the collection, we see a young girl as the focal point, framed by a couple kissing and a dog. Soft lighting emphasizes the aesthetically evaluative, using minimal shadows and focusing on the details of the girl and her surroundings. The subject framing the young girl poses an explanatory motif for the challenging feelings she is about to encounter. Above her, the couple represents the emotional changes she must endure and the identity challenges she will face, whereas below her, the dog represents the playfulness and carefree mentality that she must let go. Mann is also interested in antique photography techniques and staying true to the period she focuses on emulating. In this photo from a series of landscape photos titled Battlefields, she exhibits her interest in these outdated methods by using the wet plate collodion technique, which was heavily used during the Civil War. These photos are aesthetically and ethically evaluative, showing the beauty in a landscape once plagued by death and war. The flaws outlined by the photography technique provide an aged aesthetic, almost as if the photo had been war-torn itself. The black and white composition combined with the dated method emits a ghostly feel to the image, referencing the ghosts of wars that haunt these famous battlefields. By taking a method out of the time period, Mann is ethically evaluative and visually depicting the history of war over a once beautiful landscape. In her later work, Proud Flesh, Mann focuses heavily on the explanatory, capturing a visual timestamp of a 6-year period detailing her husband's journey suffering from late-onset muscular dystrophy. This photo uses hard lighting to provide visual explanatory insight into the effects of muscular dystrophy on the body. The use of hard light provides an aesthetically evaluative feel, capturing the contrast of her husband's muscles by placing harsh shadows on the curves and indents of his legs. She again pokes at the idea of the theoretical, flipping the camera onto a male subject for once and creating a stunning collection that one could use to challenge the commonly perceived image of man. She manipulates light to create a handsome image of the male for the viewer, the handsome man she sees him as, even though he might not be seen as attractive through an everyday viewpoint.